Okay, let's get started. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, where you are in the world. Welcome to my stream. Today, just like any other days, I will be live coding JitHub. Well, if you don't know what JitHub is, go check it out in the Microsoft Store. JITHUB. It is a YouTube client for GitHub.com. Yeah, I've been working on this app for quite a long time now. I've already released version 1.0 in the store, but currently I'm working on 1.1, adding some features and polish, and making the style looking better. Hello, welcome to the chat. Okay, so let's do a quick recap of what we worked on yesterday and what we will be working on today. Just gonna build it right now, and hey Aller, what's up? Just gonna build it real quick, and yeah, let's go to the repo page. Pull request, and there we go. Hopefully it still works. We did run into some bugs yesterday, particularly about not seeing any emojis. Not seeing any emojis that's not reacted by the currently logged in user. That could be like one of the potential bugs. I didn't really know where to start looking for that one, but it is a bug nonetheless. So yesterday we basically added this bro, right? And for this one, it currently has the accent background for the one that the authenticated user has reacted to. And right here we have this panel again, and also another button for showing the emojis. And yeah, it seems to work for other types of comments. If there's no emoji reaction, nothing will be shown here, but there will be one button over here as well. It's not fully reactive yet, so if I click on it, it wouldn't really like do a refresh and show the latest status. But that's what we will be working on today, including some other tweaks and fixes. So the first thing is probably going to be fixing the style. It doesn't look quite right with the size difference. Also, down here, I'm not sure if we want it to be like highlighted as it is right here. So let's see what is the behavior on the website. Oh, I do need to see like a repo that have other people's reaction to kind of distinguish what this is. Oh, you know what? Actually, I don't have to jump to another repo. What I can do is to log in as another user. Yes, I do have a test user. There we go. And let's just search for this repo right here. And yeah, it seems like the logged in user do have like a accented background. So maybe we keep this for now, but just change the size. We can do another reaction here. There. Yeah, that looks much more clear now. Yeah, why don't we keep it? Just need to make the size a little bit more consistent. Other than that, you know what? Let's do a refresh for this page to see if we see if we can see the other reaction. We can. So it's not just ours, the authenticated user's reaction. We can see other people's reaction. Probably just because the repost I checked yesterday had like no reactions. That could be like one of the explanation. Let's find a few reposts that has some reactions just to test it out. Okay, I actually don't know a lot of repo that has good reactions. Where should we go? I remember seeing lots of reaction on this one. Let's find an issue that's particularly chattery. This one. This one. Just the one. Maybe another. Yeah, it has a few. Okay, I can work with this. Blazor canvas rendering. Okay. Yeah, actually I remember this issue. Okay. Let's do .net/Microsoft.Maui.graphics. Yep, that's the one we want. Let's go to issues. Oh, that's the thing. Issues don't work yet. So, dang it. I have to find a pull request. Oh yeah, this one has one. Okay. And we can see it. Yeah, that's good. That's pretty good. Well, I'm gonna say this is it. Probably just have to fix the style and add in the reactive part to it, right? Like it has to be reactive to the events. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Another thing I think we need to do is to add a little bit of padding to it. It seems sticking to the image that's directly above it. So without further ado, user comment box. Oh, it's right here. So down here we should have it somewhere, like the emoji buttons and the whole emoji thing, right? Emoji panel, and that's the comment. So basically right here we want some kind of padding between these two. So let's just add padding to, add spacing to the stack panel. Yeah, that's much better. And just the size, right? I think we want to shrink it basically, and we only want to do it here because I don't think the sizes are. I don't think this size needs to be changed. So maybe we give it a size constraint. Let's see if we change it here and does anything. So if I do like padding, will it like do like a pass through or something, right? Let's do 0. No, it does nothing. Okay, that's okay. That's totally cool. Okay. Okay. Well, it seems like we need to change the padding. So what is padding? Essentially, I need to find out the data type of padding. and somehow bind it to my property. And okay, what's happening? What? Why? Okay, there we go. It's a thickness, basically. Thickness. Okay, that's okay. Can I bind thickness this way? It's interesting. And okay. To bind size, exactly. Okay, this is not what I want. Okay, you know what? We're gonna do something really hacky right here. We're gonna do something really hacky. Let's just go find the control. It's right here. Okay, and we're gonna say, because we're not using it anywhere else, we don't require it has different configurable sizes. We're just gonna say, actually we can totally use the show number boolean, right? That's the definitive difference between these two usages. If we're showing, show reaction count, where is it? We have a boolean somewhere. There we go. Show reaction count. And if we are showing reaction count, that means we are that means we're using it in the body of the comment instead of using it in the reaction panel. So we do have it used over here once to display the background. So we have to use it somewhere else. We have to use it basically here and also here. Actually probably not with the border, but the button itself. So we need to change the padding. And okay, let's do that. Padding, we can say X bind the padding to, wait, it's voted? Oh, that's our voted. So what I'm gonna do is to bind it to show reaction count, and I'm gonna do some kind of let's try function binding today. I always wanted to try function binding. Public, maybe public. Bool. Get padding, and it takes a boolean. We can call it show reaction count. thickness, padding, if our reaching count, padding equals to new thickness of, if we do show it, we need, what do we need? Stay 2 all around. Yeah, let's try that first. If we don't define it, can we just leave it as default? How do I do default? Could that be default? Okay, so we're gonna return whatever the binding is in the end. So yeah, we're not we're returning thickness instead of boolean. And let's try it. Hope it works. Get padding, and it's gonna be show reaction count. I really hope this works. Okay, let's try it out. How does it look? Oh, okay, it's actually, it looks pretty good. Oh no. Okay, so that's what you get for not using any padding. But you know what, let's do some padding, you know, up there. So I think 2 all around is probably a little too small at this point. So for this emoji panel button, let's see what its padding is, and we can decide from there. So emoji panel button is over here, but I don't have the UI definition. So emoji panel, there we go. So we have a button of padding 4.2. Okay, 4.2. Yeah, we can do 4.2, and here, you know what? Probably 4.2 is a good idea for all of them. Actually, I use 4.2 because that's the only way it'll fit over here. I don't have to do 4.2 down here, but it's good to be consistent. So I'll do 4.2 for the emoji panel button and the actual emojis. But for these ones, I'm thinking 4.4 or whatever the default value is, probably. So let's do this. So 4.2 basically. Okay, 4.2, 4.2. And for you, let's do 4 for now. I don't suppose it auto, yeah, it doesn't do a hot reload, so we have to restart the app. Thankfully, my machine is fast now. If it's like, I used to do this on a laptop, and it was like so slow. So every time I compile, I have to wait for a while. Nice. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Okay, that's not too bad. I think we can work with that. Are they the same size? I'm not too sure, but it seems fine. And these ones for all around is maybe still too small. Wait, did we do for all around, or is it just... Oh, it doesn't seem longer because this one seems longer on the width because it has the number, so it's not like uniform. But these ones, they I don't know. Well, on one hand, it does look good. Yeah, it does. It's not like too big, right? Like, it doesn't seem too big. And it's kind of uniformed. So you know what? I dig it. Okay, so now let's move on to changing the command to making this reactive at least. So right now, where are they defined? So user comment model basically is where we define everything. User comment model has all the everything basically that's needed for the user comment card. So like that's like every type of comment is in the card. Oh, by the way, I'm only gonna stream like 2 hours today. So I started at 6 PST, so I'm gonna go until 8. It's a very important work day, so I want to get a head start instead of start at 9 when I usually do. Okay, so we have the reaction command. The reaction command is like react to issue, and that's it, right? Basically, for all of them, I'm just doing this. Well, at least for this is for issues, is it? This is for issues, for issue comment. This is for review comment model, and that's the only 3 we use right here. That's fine. Set reactions. Yeah, that's set reaction. This is like the huge redundant thing that we have, and we can eliminate this basically a little bit later, because I don't find this to be super useful to have it called every time. Also, I have like a bunch of converters that I learned I can just use function binding, so it's like these are totally not necessary anymore in a sense. Yeah, hate converters, right? Like they have no syntax. Like object value, what is that, right? You don't even get to define what object is, so half of the time you just have to throw some kind of exceptions if you're not getting the correct type on the value, and you also have to cast the parameter to the type you actually pass in, and sometimes you have to parse things. It's a mess. I just don't like it. Anyways, so for right here, we have that one that's defined right here, but I do believe there are a few, right? Like for example, this one for issue comment node, we have it defined inside of the node itself. So let's go take a look of what it is. And basically right here we're also just calling it. That's fine. Actually, we don't have to define it right here. Just like we did it here, we can define it in line. So basically we can just do what we are doing here, I hope, right? And let's just put it below it, so sort of just to make a comparison. So reaction command would be something like this, but it's gonna be different, right? So it does take a type, but what's different is that we need to call a different API basically. So it's react to issue comment, and over here it is repo ID, but instead of number we want the comment.id, and the type is the type. So basically everything would be pretty much the same, except we're defining it here instead of over there. So we can delete that. Also we can delete this. I don't think we're actually, let's see if we're using it. One reference, that's cool. We're not using it really, right? I hope. User comment, yeah. It doesn't know we already deleted it, but we have. Okay, so that's good. Now that we're defining everything over here, oh, we haven't deleted it. That's funny. Okay, now that we're defining everything here, basically we can have helper functions to define them so that we do have like a proper reaction to everything. So yeah, let's do this. How do we do this? Okay. We can have everything basically just down here. So let's find a place to inject it. I'll probably just do it here. Async task react to issues to issue, and basically it's gonna take reaction type. Basically that's the first one. But I do wonder if we need to take everything else in it as well. So yeah, let's do that. Repo ID is a long, if I remember correctly, yes. Long repo ID, and number is integer. Yeah. And that should be it. React to issue. React to issue comment. What the hell's this? And basically we're looking for the exact same thing here. And this, instead of calling it numbers, we'll call it comment ID. And down here, we're gonna have, no, sorry, not public, private. It's not an API, it's just some functions. Task react to, not the reaction to, react to review comment. And we're gonna have basically the exact same thing, but instead of, actually, yeah, that's it. Instead of number, we want to comment ID, basically. And over here, we want to do a weight, right? We want to do a weight and do that. Actually, no, we want to do a weight and do this. And this is for, oh, okay, we can just do this. Okay. And for this one, we can do that. Okay. And this is just comment ID, and that is the number is right here. And yeah, this is just comment ID, and that's repo ID. Repo ID. Repo ID. And repo ID. After doing these things, what we want is to refresh. So private, actually, let's just see what we have to do here first. For example, the first one, basically we want to reset our reaction properties. So we want to reset reaction with users. We want to reset reaction user reactions and votes map. But the one way to reset all of that is to get the reaction for each of them, right? I see. So basically, we just need to say load command, and we'll pass in null. Oh, sorry, no, you can just execute a command like this. Execute null. There we go. Is it not an async relay command? It is. Cannot await null. Fair enough. So let's do that to all of them. Okay. And basically, this is for issues. We'll just do this. Need to swap around the orders a little bit. Don't know why I did that, but you know, it is different. For you, I'll swap it out as well. Okay, do it here. And for you, swap it out right here. And there we go. I actually think we're good. Yeah, let's try it. Two. Voila, it's too much. It is too much. Okay, of course it's too much. What am I gonna do? Yes, I need to clear the dictionary before I do a set. So every time I do a set, I need to clear the dictionary, which is totally fair. That's not. Wait, how's that fair? So every time we do a set, we are resetting the whole reaction things, right? And oh, I see. We're adding to it. So yeah, that's fair. So over here, let's do user reactions dot clear votes map dot clear, and that's fine. Has reaction, it's fine. Should be good. This is the moment of truth. Let's see. It's already looking pretty good, to be honest. Ta-da! No. I'm gonna say still has the bug. Oh, we forgot to clear the one thing that matters. Reaction with users. Huh. There you go. It really should work this time. Okay, let's try taking one away. Actually, no. We have not tried taking things away, right? This would definitely not work. Well, that worked, but that was not working. So what we need to do is to try to take things away. Yeah, so the reaction thing is totally working. We can do another one, and it just works. But what is not working right now is the reaction command only gives reaction. It doesn't take reactions away. So what we need to do is, well, in this case, thankfully we do have these reaction to issues thing. So hopefully when we click on them, we've already did the set reaction thing at least once. Yeah, we should have, right? So we're gonna do this. We're gonna do how do I know if the user has voted? We'll have votes map. So okay, let's stop the debugger first. If votes map contains key type, is that right? Okay, votes map is just for the current user basically, right? So if does contains key, that means the user already voted on it. But just to make sure, get value or default. of type. Is that a thing in C#? It is, right? We flip it twice. Or no, we don't have to flip it. It's already a boolean. So if that's the case, right, we react. Else we take it away, basically. So delete reaction, basically, right? And it needs an ID, which is totally fine because we have it. I don't think we have it. Oh man. So is it wrong to store it this way? Okay, you know what? Let's do this. So for volts map, I think our implementation sorry, my voice went away. So for volts map, our implementation is that we are only adding it first of all, it needs to have actually we're adding everything, right? Yeah, we're adding everything. But we could like not have a value, so okay, you know what? Let's totally change our implementation here. So basically what we want is to have the volts map, but we want to change it. We want to change it to the reaction themselves. So let's also change it here. We find our volts map and change it to reaction. Right, and down here, we're also changing it here. Reactions. And that way it should be, oh, okay. It should be fine. And, this is basically what we want, right? So in the volts map, we want to see if it's null. If it's not null, then we have it. It is null, then we don't have it. How about that? Let's go through our implementations again. So basically, we want to see if we already have it, and we already have. We want to see if we already have it. If we don't, I mean, it's just time to add to it, right? But what's important is that we only want to add to it if the user is our currently logged in user. So basically, we want to do this. Actually, we want to do this whole thing. And that way, we don't even have to have the bottom thing anymore. Right? So if we don't already have it, and the logged in user, the user is our logged in user, that we want to add it. Otherwise, we're not interested. If we already have it, that means, yeah, both conditions are already met. So we'll just adding the reaction this time. Yeah, this is fine. This is okay. Reaction with users. We'll go to the vote map. And what are we doing? Reaction with users is, oh, okay, so key. Now we'll just do contains key, right? If it contains the key, then it has it. And basically up here, I think what we want to do is just to have that contains key, so we don't. Yeah, so if it contains the key, then we're good. No. If it contains the key, if it doesn't contain the key, we want to react to it. If it contains the key, then what we will want is to have it extracted. So the reaction, map.type, and we definitely know it's gonna get it here, right? So yeah, we want to do await GitHub service dot delete reaction, and we can do reaction dot ID, and hopefully that'll just work. And we're gonna do the same for everything down here as well. So basically, if we did this, by the way, I know it is one-liner, and some people just don't have their curly brackets for one-liners, but you know, it could always be the case where down the line you're adding more logics to it, and you have to expand your one-liner to have a curly bracket, and it's gonna be a hassle to change all of that. Also, for some coding practices, it's always good to have curly brackets around your conditional logics, and that's what I believe in basically. And we're just gonna copy these two lines over because it's not all that different, and I don't think it warrants a new helper function basically. So we're gonna do this. Okay. And I think with that, we are almost good. I say almost because we did change this interface over here, right? We did change this interface over here. And, but we're passing it to the emoji button, right? And we have voted. What is voted? Voted is reaction with users. That one is actually fine. I am more worried about the other thing. So up here we have the emoji panel somewhere, I believe. Here, right? And we're passing in the votes map, and they're receiving it. So votes map needs to be yeah, so you know what, the one thing that we can change, because votes map is only used in the emoji panel button. And let's see if we for occurrence, right? Basically just the emoji panel buttons. That's cool. So what we can do is to go to the emoji panel button, and instead of receiving Boolean over here, we'll just receive reaction themselves, right? Where's my votes map? Right here. Change that, this, and that. And yeah, so with any luck, no, sorry, not with any luck. We have to change one more thing. So emoji panel button, and we're saying votes map, we need to convert it to that, but truth is we can just do contains key, right? Of reaction type. Can we do reaction type here? No. We do have reaction type in here, I believe. So reaction type is from OctoKit. So let's try bringing OctoKit in here. Reaction type dot, still no. This is, oh man. So what I'm trying to do here is basically to convert the original converter to a function binding, but I think it's doable. It's just doing it here and now is a little bit waste of time. So what I'm gonna do is just to quickly change this converter that I'm using, so that is that all there is? That shouldn't be the case. Oh, I'm searching it only in this folder, right? So it should be the at least the current project. Okay, find all. And yep, there we go. So yeah, first of all, this is reaction, and we're just looking for if it contains a key basically right now. And with that, I think that's the whole thing. We should be able to remove emojis now and see it take effect. So let's give it a go. And it works. How wonderful. We can't really see it clicks, which is terrible, right? Like, because the thing is, these buttons are clickable because we can see the the button pressing down with the visual effect. But these ones, they are covered with a layer of border, basically, right? The border provides the background color. So I am a little bit at least concerned about the user experience. So the functionality is already there. So one thing we are going to fix is the there. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's pretty good experience. So one thing I think we're gonna fix and everything else will be good is the whole background thing, right? So for buttons, their normal style is just the normal WinUI style, and we basically just wanna change the background a little bit. So can we do it inside of the button? Can I do it here? No. So let's try deleting this outer grid thing. We don't actually need the grid. Maybe like this, and we can put the stack panel inside, right? And if we fix the indentation a little bit, let's see how this works out. And it does not look good. Does not look good. And it's gonna run into the same issue, right? Basically the emojis are the buttons are not colored correctly. So yeah. So you know what? I'll probably delete these. Okay. And I'm just gonna set the background on the button itself. And let's go to the emoji button, code behind. And over here, I think what we can do is to do this. Public brush. Can we do that? No. solid color brush. Okay, we just have to know what solid color brush is. Oh, just a brush. Okay. Get background, basically, and return voted. If voted, then we want to return new solid color brush of takes color, right? So let's do color. What? Color. Oh, which one is it? Drawing? Win UI color. Okay. So not drawing. Dot. No, so colors maybe. It doesn't have accent color. Okay. How do I get accent color from code? Can we do this? Is that a thing? It is a thing. Okay. Otherwise, so yeah, let's find out what is the default brush for the buttons. So what we want is to get Win UI, right? Oh, actually, I don't think they have it here. Which one is it? Oh, so we want generic. Okay. Let's look for button. Button background. Okay, let's see if this is okay, this is really annoying. Why can't I find the Oh, is this what it is? Oh, it's just applying it. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. No. Then how do I find it? Actually, you know what? Why don't we just search for this? It's not what we're looking for. Can we do null here? Yeah. Let's try that. background x bind it to get background. Okay. Let's see if we pass in null and if they'll use the default value or not. Okay. I mean, it's okay. We do have the background color. The border is a little weird. Yeah, the border is a little bit weird. And the hover color is also a little bit weird. But you know what? I think at this point we're done with this issue, right? We pretty much got the experience we want. And yeah, for these ones, somehow they are like this. I don't really mind, to be honest. And it looks it actually looks very close to what the website does. So I'm gonna let this one go. And yeah, it does seem like a good feature to have right now, the emojis. So I'll say that is a wrap on our emoji implementations. We'll see for the remaining time what we're gonna do for today's remaining time. We have about half an hour left. Let's first of all save everything and do a commit. Okay, let's see what we changed today basically. So over here we basically changed this converter to our new definition of the voice map, and we changed the interface of this model to have the reaction command be defined in user common blocks view model instead of in here. And over here we have so this is a user common block view model where we have the most of our logics here. So basically we're defining all of the reaction command here. So basically we're trying to see, okay, if we have already reacted to it, then we're going to remove the reaction, and if we have not, then we're going to react to it. But in the end, we're going to load again for all of the reactions that we have. We're gonna load again, and for all of the reactions that we have, we're gonna refresh whatever we have in the set reactions function. So for set reactions, we're gonna clear everything, and down here we change our strategy to we only add to the dictionary if we if it's the current logged in user reacted to it, right? So that way we can know if it contains the key, then the current logged in user has reacted to it. And we changed some UIs for the emoji buttons, which looks alright. And we learned how to use function binding thanks to contribution in the Discord server. And down here, basically this is pretty much useless now, right? So we can, I think, discard this change. Yeah, and some interface changes. There we go. I think that's pretty good. So for the comment, we're gonna say emoji reaction now fully reactive. and able to remove if already reacted. That's a lot of react in this one sentence, but it is fine. It's okay. And I think what we're gonna work on for the remaining 30 minutes is that we're gonna fix some of the loose ends, right? Basically, everything's are changed to everything's are changed to the pull request page. We did some damage to the issue page as well, and for now the issue page is not really loading, and that's not good. So if we need to do any testings, we can't really do it, so we better fix it, right? So let's see what we did to the reaction page first. So let's go to the conversation view model, and basically down here, every time we load, I think every time we load, is that what it is? It's probably not. So let's see where we are actually doing the load thing. This is no longer used, all right? I don't think we need it anymore. I think we have the comments here. Comments equals to comment list. Oh, we're loading all of them. So it's not the conversation page. My bad. It's not the conversation page that was not really loading correctly. It's the other one. It's the list detail page of the whole pull request page. So basically, we want the pull request view model, right? We want the pull request view model, and then we want to see what exactly happened here when we initialize. So what we're saying is that we are setting the incremental collection, and when we do, all right, when we do, if the selected pull request is a null, then we add it to the pull request queue, and in that case I think it's fine, but I'm not entirely sure. Selected pull request is selected pull request. Yeah, in that case I actually don't know if it's an issue, but I can totally check. So that only is the case when we click on a pull request button on the in the activity view. So let's find a pull request. It sometimes it's hard. Most of the time they are just comments and commits. They are rarely. Yeah, they are rarely. Oh, there is a pull request. So okay, yeah, for pull request, it is sad that if we click on it, it only opens up one for now. You know what? So we don't have to do the else here, right? Basically, that's what we're saying. We don't have to do the else here. And you know what? Let's compile and see if that's the case. Okay, now let's just go find the other pull request that we just found. Closed pull request. Yeah, why not? This is horrible. There's nothing now. Nothing. So what does refresh async does? Clears the collection and okay. Seems like I need to do this after, but it also seems like this is an async method, right? So if it's an async method, let's see all of the places that this is referenced. Apply filter. So essentially we want to do it in a reliable way, right? And we don't want to do it if it's like just after you cleared the collection or something. So why don't we do it here instead? We do it right after we started loading, and hopefully this way it'll give us some good results, but I'm not entirely sure on this. Okay, let's try that again. One of, okay, here. No. No. Okay, what about, I know it's probably gonna be a really bad experience, but what if we do it here? Yeah, because if we already finished loading, then that means we have to wait for a while until this shows up, right? And that's just not very good user experience. I mean, what? What? Where's all the filters? Okay, I can understand if there's no pull request. If that's the case, then I've been wasting my time. Alright, so why don't we just comment? Okay, there really is no pull request at this point, so I'm fine. Wait a minute. Sorry. What do we change? Let's close this. Because I remember the way I did it is because we can't keep this change. Let's just discard this for now. Okay, yeah, let's recompile. Because I think the best we can do for today is to fix this bug. So I'm gonna see if I can find another pull request where I can reproduce this. Okay, let's find a pull request. That's it. That's all the activities we can have. Apparently GitHub API doesn't give us more activities than this, which is very annoying. Okay. Okay. You know what? I think it's fine. Because I remember this is not a bug. Before, when we tested this, when I tested this, basically I remember why this is a bug, because before I didn't need to do this, right? Before I didn't need to call refresh async on the incremental loading collection, because the incremental loading collection is basically is like the item source for the list view. And if the list view basically says, okay, hey, look, I'm currently empty, and I have like I have a certain height, and there's like a scroll viewer, and inside of my scroll viewer there's like nothing, so please load something. That's basically how incremental loading collection works, right? It gets reminded of, well, the user is currently scrolled to the bottom, and for an empty list is always the case, so it'll just start loading. But for some reason, when I switched to the new version of the list detail view is they have changed the implementation a little bit for this new version, and it used to be the split pane I think for the underlying implementation, but now they have changed it to what was the two pane view basically, right? And that one has a lot of good features, so I don't blame them for changing it. Has a lot of good features and is very modern, and it's the way to go going forward. But one thing that is different is now the list view initially, if there's no items in it, it just has no height. And if it has no height, then the whole thing will be like, okay, so if it has no height, then there's no way to tell if the user is already scrolled to the bottom, right? For a list with no items. So basically the incremental loading collection won't even trigger if the list is empty. And in this case, if we do have something, then it does trigger. So I think we're covered in that particular instance. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna do the same for the issue view models. So let's go to the issue view models, and we're gonna see the incremental loading. And yes, basically this is what's happening. It's pretty much exactly the same. We just have to call issues dot refresh async, and I think we're covered in this case. But what we also needs to change is the UI aspect of this issue. So basically for the issues, we are seeing a solid black background, which we don't want. So let's go to issue pages. Oh, sorry, not the detail page, repo issue page. And well, right here we are saying we want it to be transparent, but down here we still have this style that we're using that we no longer wants to use. So let's see over here for the list detail view, we are using nothing basically. So let's remove this as well. At some point I need to add some style to it because our list item is looking quite weird, to be honest. So yeah, I'm not sure. Item source, item template. So one thing we do need to change is background, and we need to change it to transparent. And I think that's it. That's the whole thing we need to change. Let's take a look, I guess. Okay, let's go to a repo that has some issues. And where would that be? Let's go to Flutters. Okay, that works. Oh no. What is this? Do we not have number? We have number. Do we not have repo? We don't have repo. So when we constructed this, we must not have passed in the correct repo to it. And I think it's because it's probably out of order in that regard. So let's see. In the where's my issue? View model. There. Repo issue. View model. Oh, it's just a thing that we just changed. Okay. So when we set it, we no, it's the issue details, right? Yeah. Issue details. There we go. Yeah. So that's the one. Wait. No, that's for. We need the one for the body, I think. So when we come in, we'd be like, hey, let's set the body. Let's set the repo. And when we set body, it's too far up top, I think. Right? So setting the body requires us to set the issue first, but we're already passing it. So what gives? Nothing really. So we have the issue, we have the quote reply thing going on. Quote reply is needed in this. Yep. No problemo. So basically we just want to do this after this one and all is good, I think is in this case. After setting the body, we are going to load, and by the time this happens, we already have everything. And after we load all of the issues, after we load all of the we're gonna load all the comments, and all the comments gonna be this and that. I think already has the repo. Yeah, we're good. Okay, let's do Flutter again. And that's the worst search I've ever seen. How do you search for Flutter and don't get Flutter? There we go. Let's go to the issues page. And let's click on the first one. And it loads. Good. Okay, assignees, no labels. Yep. Okay, so yeah, we need to change the stylings a little bit, but other than that, it works great. And we can react to it if we want, but I won't react to it because it's too awkward to randomly react to other people's issue just for testing. But yeah, I think we're good for today. Yeah, we do have 5 minutes left, but unfortunately that's not enough to work on anything else. So I'll just save everything at this point and do another push. So fixed issue page incremental load, and also fixed issue detail page repo null issue in null issue no bug. It's more clear. In bodies user comment block. There we go. And let's push. That's all good. Okay, I think we'll wrap it up for today. Thank you guys so much for watching again. Please go check out JitHub in the Microsoft Store. It is a very impressive app if you like using UWPs or any good applications on Windows, and if you like using GitHub. And please again like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, and I have all of the links in the description. Thank you so much. See you in the next stream/video. Bye.